Hi guys, welcome back. As you guys can see, the loft is open. It is Sunday, the day after the race. Yesterday we had a 409-kilometer race. It was a very difficult race, especially for me. I'm still missing 3 birds, unfortunately. So, very unfortunate. But we had a bird that did decently. She made me clubboard at least. This is this bird. She came 37th, so not the best, but she made board, so I'm very happy about that. This morning she was still missing yesterday. This morning when I came to give the bird some feed, she was waiting for me, so very glad to have her back. So just something interesting, this is one of Red-Eye's daughters. So she made board yesterday. Yesterday was a 409-kilometer race. He made board on, I think, 360 or something like that, can't remember. And she also made board on a very similar distance. So this is the 3 birds who made board for me. And yes, Chicky is the red one and the black one's father, and Red-Eye is this blue-bar pite's father. So all 3 from the same bloodline. This bird over here is actually her sister, actually her nestmate. As you guys can see, her number is 5206 and her number is 5207, so direct nestmates. And yesterday she was one of the first birds back. I got 2 on the same time. She was one of them. So 2 birds, nestmates, my first birds back home. She was in the young bird race and she was in the old bird race. I only fly her in old bird race. The next race will most likely I will put her in the young bird race just to see what she does. She scored in the old bird race. She also scored in the old bird race. But these birds, guys, I think they are gonna start flying well when the longer distances approach us. Yesterday was our last short distance race. So next week is a 471-kilometer race. And it's the first middle distance race. So interesting to see what the birds are gonna do. Also a whole different approach to the middle distance than the short distance. So yes, that's the update on the race, guys. And also very interesting, something I found out this morning. Let's head over to the breeding loft and I will tell you guys more in there. So this morning I found out that I actually have a very good pigeon in my loft. You guys have seen him. Let me go inside. So I got this bird for free from someone, and until this morning I discovered that it was actually a really good bird. So this quick little update, these 2 birds have hatched. So they hatched a bit earlier than I thought, so very excited to see what they are gonna do. This is their mother, and that bird over there, that bird is their father. So it's going to be really interesting to see what color of birds I'm going to get from those 2. So let's go over to my champion. So this is this bird over here. You guys have seen him in the previous videos, you know him. I actually call him Jack Sparrow. That's his name. A name my dad gave him. So as I said, I didn't even know how good that bird was until this morning. So that bird flew 5 prizes in his life, which was a first, a second, a third, an 8th, and 17th and an 18th. So 6 prizes. And this is the prizes I just read is all on union level. So really good bird. It's a spritzy bird. Spritzy birds, I have a bunch of them. They are birds which really flies well in my country and especially in my union. The top guys have them. So yes, really exciting to see what he's gonna breed. Also in the hen section, I got 4 birds from that guy, and the champion is one of them. And this bird over here also came from that guy. That bird over there, as you guys can see, her flight is really not looking good. the guy stopped racing pigeons, so I think she was a bit mistreated. But yes, now she's living in my loft, so she will be treated better over here. So that's also a spritzy. That bird was bred for stock, so we don't really know how she would have flown, so she's probably inbred. And yes, I would like to pair her up with Jack Sparrow, that champ bird of mine, because both of these birds came from the same guy. The guy I got them from bought them from other guy, and they are both from the same loft. She's also a spritzy bird. That white one also a spritzy, but not related to these birds. Yes guys, I also got two other birds from that guy, but they are from a whole different guy. That's this blue bar over here, and the other one is breeding actually with my champion bird. So yes, I'm really excited to see what they are gonna breed. Dog's blocking my way, so I have to struggle my way out. Also, let me quickly go show you guys my babies. They're really starting to look good now, as you guys can see. That one over there, just close this up. That one over there, so you guys can see, really big. He's actually past winning. I'm just keeping him in the breeding loft till racing season ended. I heard from a few guys in the club that if you put new youngsters in your race team, it will bring the race team's performance down. So I'm not taking chances. I'm keeping the young birds in here for now until racing season is over. So that one's looking really good. And as you guys can see, the other two, which are not nest mates, this dark check bird, actually his nest is over there. That's his father also. And that blue bar bird, this is actually his nest. You guys can see, very angry with me. This dark check's brother was my first bird back home. As I said, I had two birds who landed together, and his brother was one of them. So interesting to see what he's gonna do. He's a really good looking bird. My first check bird, which I have bred, that looks like this. And it's really interesting because his brother is exactly like him. Very angry with me. This bird, I only bred one bird from these two last year, so I'm letting them have another kid, and I'm gonna let them breed two more just to see, because I had one bird from them and that one bird is still in my loft. Unfortunately it's molting now, so won't be able to make the next two races until he's ready, so that's a bit unfortunate. But yes, so I'm really interested in seeing what he's gonna do. So yes guys, that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching the video. As I said, I really didn't know those birds were so good, so it's going to be interesting in seeing what their babies are going to do next year. I can't wait for next season. I think it's going to be a lot better season than this year. As you guys know, my birds isn't performing the best. That's just because I'm a new fancier. I don't know which birds I got. The birds I bred from last year, I don't even know how they performed. Nothing. I knew nothing about them. This season it's a bit different. So now that I know I have a champion bird in my loft, the season is going to be a lot better. I'm a lot more positive. So just one more thing, you guys can see this loft is a bit dirty. I haven't cleaned it in about a week and a half, and the whole reason for that is because the young birds need to build a certain amount of immunity. If you clean your breeding loft the whole time, then they won't be able to build up a natural immunity, because the loft is clean the whole time. So that is the reason why the breeding loft is dirty. So I clean my breeding loft once every 3 weeks, or just when I feel like it, because I don't really like a dirty loft. But as I said, it's just things you have to do. The birds need to build up a natural immunity. So yes guys, thank you guys for watching. That's going to be all for today. Keep your fingers crossed for me for the next race. The next race is, as I said, 471 kilometers, first middle distance, so keep your fingers crossed. Thank you guys for watching and have a nice day.